last little bit here. Myles Graham deactivates his Twitter, and the world goes berserk here. So that's the Twitter being deactivated. Everyone's losing their mind. He posted, I don't know, I didn't get to see what happened, but I know he posted a photo with Joe Hayden. I know a few accounts tweeted at him. I'm not going to say the name because the guy's a douche anyways. But tweeted at him. Everyone's trying to think that that's because he deactivated it. Look, us Gator fans freaking out and, reacting, thinking that one fan to tweet something that Myles Graham made him just go, you know what, I can't do this anymore. I think that's a little bit of a stretch. I do know they're kicking ass at Buchholz. Swolder confirmed this. They have a championship coming up. He could just be LeBron James in it. Hey, I'm going to shut it down. I don't want any distraction. I don't want any noise. But also, too, I'm sure, look, Florida fans were ruthless. I'll never understand tweeting at a teen, to talk shit. But I don't believe these guys are that flustered. And I also don't think us pissing on each other, yelling at one another, is going to fix it either. So I think we all just got to get a little bit more understanding that, look, it's football, boys and girls. We need to pipe it down a little bit. But look, I don't think it's that big of a reaction. I think it's more so just getting focused, getting dialed in. Doing LeBron James style. I'm turning off all media. It's championship week or championship mindset. Let's go get the W and let's focus on what's important. I don't need to be worrying about this. Could be wrong. But I don't want to think the negative from all of this. I don't want to believe that one troll shoots him a message and he goes, you know what, F this shit, I'm out. Again, it can be exhausting. I deal with it. I find myself getting into it with Twitter 6523 user the last few days here, and I was a little spicy for the last 48 hours. Like it's sometimes I get a little spicy about it, but yeah, I don't think it's anything to be too concerned about with Myles Graham going away. I mean, he's not going anywhere. I think that was kind of the first initial thought that he's not going to, he's going to decommit. Stop it. That's never going to happen. He's a complete bought in, dialed in Gator without a shadow of a doubt. I don't believe that one or even two or three guys tweeting at him. It just for people to tweet at him is nonsense in the first place. I think he has to realize that a lot of these people aren't probably even Gator fans. They're just trolling accounts, which is, it's wild that we even live in this world, how that's a thing, but it is what it is. Last little bit, players speak out. And again, this is kind of right into tune with what's been happening here with this, just the nonsense. Ricky Pearsall isn't too active on Twitter. He retweets every now and then, but he tweeted this out to we'll call it the douchebag account. Says, and I retweeted it because I was spicy when I saw it. The guy was taking a jab at Graham Mertz. Ricky says, dear supposedly Gator fan, we don't care what you think and we're rocking with our leader. 1-5 Graham Mertz, sincerely the Gator football team. Trevor Etienne retweeted it. And Cam Jackson even tweeted, says, hey, one thing I'm going to say, and this is my first and last time speaking on it. Yeah, we done took some L's, but one thing about it, I'm going to stick beside Coach Napier and my teammates, and it's either y'all are with us or against us. I love it, the fact that he comes out and gets all fired up, after each game. I love Cam Jackson's energy. And I also seen, too, because Princely, he gets a little spicy sometimes on the Twitter world. I see people getting frustrated, like, why are you tweeting? Why are you even worried about this stuff? Look, man, they're kids. They're 18-year-old kids growing up with social media, right? Like, when I see that, I'm like, yeah, should they get involved with nonsense? And, my wife, she's like, why are you responding to the comments? We're human. We're trying to build a brand, and sometimes when somebody takes a jab at your brand or your identity, it's just that dogging. You're like, no, F that shit. I'm not gonna let that slide. And then all of a sudden, you're 3 tweets deep in an old fashioned, swallow down hole, and you're barking back and forth with Twitter 6ix9ine, and you look like an idiot. One of the greatest things I read out of Will Smith's book that his mom told him, went from a distance when you get two people arguing, nobody knows who's right or wrong. You both just look like dumbasses. And so that's, I try to remind myself when I'm arguing that's the case. But look, I'm a sucker for a good argument, for a good shit talk. Don't get it twisted. I get down with the dogs. Okay, I lay down in the fleas any day of the week and run my damn mouth, and that's probably my strength and my weakness. But I think they should have the ability to talk and to be a part of it, because here's the other thing: we love the fact that we get to be communicated with these players. Imagine if Tebow and these guys had Twitter back in the day. Like, how if we could have just been on a fly on the wall, right? We say we want these things. We love the collective because we're able to feel more connected with the players and get to meet them and talk to them. Well, guess what, guys? They're fucking humans, 18-year-old humans. And at the end of the day, when they take the pads off and go home, they're college kids with lives just like the rest of us. And if you think they're just going to be able to turn that shit off Or you think they're just gonna go home, become a zombie, and watch film for an hour? No, they're going home and playing Madden, hanging out and eat pizza. You know what I mean? Like there's a level of elite guys that are more dialed in than that and are hungry, and that's great. But there also needs to be a time where you're able to, disconnect and break down. So I don't know who's listening, but if anybody who's listening, have a little bit more understanding and tone it down a little bit and giving these guys shit. Look, we're all critical. It's our, especially us here at Hightop. I'm critical of guys just like we were critical with Stephen Harris just a moment ago. Like it's a healthy criticism. We're trying to learn and get better, and we're trying to have that conversation with all of you. It's not meaning to call anybody out, but what's crazy is the fact I feel like I'm I'm at a school and we got a guy there around and like let's talk about the pillar awards, character accounts award. You know what I mean? It's like, guys, what if we have an issue when I'm the voice of reason. Okay, boys, if my crazy ass has to come here and be like, hey, we got to settle this shit up a little bit. Like, hey, that should let y'all know we fucked up. Because I'm not the voice of reason. I get down with the worst of them. I be going at it with some random ass comments all the damn time. You know what I mean? So look, I love it. I love y'all. Gator Nation can be buck nasty at times.